Hello, so we're going to be talking today about how to do a permit application. We've done many videos like that before, but today we're going to try to make it a little more streamlined, more straightforward, and simple. Overall, there are two general building applications or building permit applications. One of them is a short form and another one is a long form. Short form depends on whether or not the building is a single and two family, and long form is if it is a more than two family or 35,000 cubic feet. That's within the state of Massachusetts. That changes by state. In this case, we're going to be doing a long form because this building contains three dwelling units. Even though the project itself is something very, very simple. It's actually the replacement of a roof. And it's basically general, formalities. Overall, the roof could be replaced and fixed, but ideally, people should pull a permit whenever they're gonna do something like that. What are the things that we're gonna be needing? One, we're gonna be needing to have a login for the particular municipality. In this case, the city of Haverhill, Massachusetts. We're gonna be needing to have a login with that city. Two, we're gonna be needing to have several items that relate to what you need to upload. One of them will be the licenses that you need, the workers' compensation insurance associated with the licenses, a contract that will determine the cost of the project, and general information regarding the client. We're going to go one by one. We're going to be uploading one by one and make it very simple and very straightforward. So right now I already have all of those items in here and we're going to open them later, but I just wanted you to know you need to have a contract, the licenses, and the insurance. Generally, that will do for that, okay? So now we're gonna be just logging in into our portal with the city of Haverhill. Pretty straightforward. We go in, and most portals within many of the municipalities within the state of Massachusetts or the Commonwealth of Massachusetts are using similar services. Some of them are called Citizen Serve, and other ones are called Viewpoint. This is kind of part of the Viewpoint. Regardless of what it is, the goals are similar and the steps are pretty similar. All right, so you're gonna find the appropriate section by which you're gonna be working on. In this case, it's a building permit application. Within the building permit application, there are several options, as you see here. You have to pick the appropriate one. So if it is a residential or single family or two family, you could do the building permit for that. If it is a commercial, you're gonna have to find one, and we call it commercial when it is more than two families or any commercial space. So you're gonna have to find that one right here, and they say things that will help you understand. So building permit, commercial / industrial, new construction, building permit, commercial / construction, renovation. In this case, we're renovating it because we're not doing a whole new building. But it is good to just look at it carefully and make sure that you're doing the right thing, okay? Even though this says residential and we have 3 units, that does not apply. So you have to be careful. Use this application for new construction of residential dwelling units, single family, two family, or multi-unit residential dwellings. I guess this one actually is saying that it will be even for multifamily residential. So you know what? We're gonna be using that, but we're gonna use the renovation. That's why it's important to read. Even though I have an explanation of what it means, they may have their own explanation within the city or municipality that you're working on. So we're gonna use this one, and it's gonna be renovation. And you will see that it says roofing. In this case, this project is actually just a roofing replacement. So we're gonna go right in, and we're gonna do that. And after that, it says apply online. Yep, it's gonna want us to log in. We already have a login. For more information, ask me or anybody within the management team what their login will be. Just click login, and we're all good. So now we're inside. What's good about that is that all of our information comes right up. So we don't have to worry about putting all of our information if we've already done work within that municipality. You go next, and now the most important thing is knowing what the address is. You're not gonna wanna do the wrong permit application. We do have, for more information, a sample application for this project right here. I have it as a PDF with all the fields already filled out for you, but I'm going to go step by step anyways. 76 Chadwick. So just so you know, Chadwick Haverhill. It's the same thing as Chadwick Bradford. Very confusing. Bradford is a small town within Haverhill that's very proud and independent from the rest of Haverhill. Very confusing, but they do not have their own building department. They're like a smaller version. So you're gonna use that one. This is not something that you will always have to deal with. It's a particularity to this particular place, and I'm sorry for that, but that's what it is. Okay, so we're gonna choose that location. And there are a couple of checkups moments to know whether we're doing this correctly or not. So when you see that says Chadwick Group LLC, that will be the name of the owner. In this case, I know the owner. The owner is Peter Solaris, but they have it under an LLC, which is something typical for people that own more than one property. And the address here is critical. I do know that 246 Andover Street is the address for Peter Solaris's business. So we're good. We're in the right location. We're in the right building. We're in the right place. So that's beautiful. So you just go next. And then it's going to be asking what kind of application. Or who is applying. In this case, I'm going to do it as a contractor. And you would say, well, Darwin, why are you doing this? Overall, we don't really pull permits. We never really do that at all. Why am I doing this? Peter Solaris was one of our clients that actually got me into getting the HIC license and helping out with a lot of things. So I'm helping him out. And why am I teaching you how to do permit applications? A lot of the contractors don't even know how to do that. So that's a service that we may extend with their own licenses and insurances. Get that? With their own licenses and insurances. Because you can apply as an architect for them, and they will have to put their own permits and insurances and licenses. That's typical. All right. So to help out, we're doing that for this project. All right. So it's gonna ask what's the contractor's name. In this case, I'm just gonna write my name. You could actually find it. That's a good point. If you write Darwin Fortuna, it should show up because we've already been registered, and our license as an architect falls under the contractor's license. Don't even ask me why and how. It's just all part of the bundle. So that's it. That saved us already a step. So right here, you put the business name. And you see, it populated my architect's license. It's up to date. Expires on August 31st, 2024. One that doesn't show up automatically is the HIC license. We have that. That expires every 2 years. And we have it right here. HIC license. What we're going to be needing, and by the way, that's what that looks like. And we're going to be needing to know the code or registration of the HIC license. I just opened Adobe. So I mentioned you were going to need access to internet. You're also going to need access to Adobe so that you can see PDFs. So you open the PDF, copy that. I just copy with Control C and then paste with Control V. All right, expires when? Let's open it right back up so that we can see when it expires. It expires on September 30th, 2025. September 30, but 2025. It expires every 2 years. September 9, 30, 2025. All right, beautiful. All right, so that's good. That's all set. Your email is going to be right here, flow-design-studio.com. And we're certified that all of our information is correct. Verify it. Check twice. They say this always in construction. Measure twice, cut once. Okay, so always make sure it looks good. Don't rush. This is what you're doing. You're getting paid to do this, so you don't have to rush it. Okay, so you see the address was wrong there, so I gotta fix it. 50 Grove Street, Suite 226, and we got it. Salem, Massachusetts. All right, go next. It wants the phone number, so let's do that. 1-518-5109. All right, excellent. So we go next. Now it's gonna ask a bunch of questions about the building. You may not know all the answers, but you should be able to infer most of them. And if you can't finish it all, just get as fast as you can. And you see here it says save draft and exit. You can always save that application. Okay. So what type of work is it? So it's gonna be roof. Occupation. It's gonna be multifamily. How many units are in the building? 3. Is it historic? I don't know, but I'm gonna say no for now because they'll pick it up. Debris location. So oftentimes what we do is that we use a recycling company that we're gonna be using, and the information comes from there. So we're gonna be asking, that's another information that I don't have right now. So I'm gonna ask, where is the dumpster coming from? By the way, I'm asking, but I do have this draft application already filled out by them. It's kind of cheating though, as I'm teaching you this, I already have an information. So debris location, this is not really the answer. So you see, the owner tried to fill it out. Peter tried to fill it out, but he didn't know. You just you don't say dumpster. You need to say where the dumpster is gonna be disposing, because by law in Massachusetts, debris have to be disposed of in the proper way. So in that case, I'm gonna pause this real quick, and I'm gonna get the information from the owner of what dumpster company they're gonna be using. All right, so unfortunately, I was not able to get the information from the owner of where they're gonna be disposing of this. So what I did was that I use a company that we typically use, which is Pinto Recycling. So I copy their information, and I'm gonna put it right here. Well, there you go. And that's it, okay? Multiple unit building and interior work being performed, identify which unit, so that's not apply. So you just say NA, not apply. Description of the proposed project. I mean, generally just gonna say renovation of a roof, but I'm gonna copy exactly what they said: replacing main roof and rubber roof. There you go. So that's it. That's what I'm gonna do. Estimated cost of the work, they said 8,000, so that's what we're gonna put in there. We know likely it's gonna be more than that, but for some reason the owner put that, and who am I to fight it? Actually, they said 10,000, so we're gonna say 10,000. 10,000. Okay. Will a dumpster be placed at the property? I think the answer is yes. So yes. It's funny that they say estimated cost of the project and calculated cost of project. That's funny, because it should be the same. But that, nope, no septic. Drinking well, nope. So just go next. CD plot plan required to show deck locations and zoning setbacks. I don't think that's gonna be required because we're not doing anything in there. And rover. By the way, you can always just do a Google search of the property address, 76 Sawick, April, Mass, and you can see what it looks like, and that way you're gonna have an idea. This is that. So those are shingles right there. Okay. The previous location, again, that's going to be likely the location of where it's gonna be dumped, but roof cost. You see the question mark? It's good to say. It requires additional permit. The dumpster company must be raised. So roof cost. I think that's the 10,000 that we just mentioned. Let's just double check it.
Really? Why?
Didn't say anything, so we don't put anything. Let's just go. Asbestos, no. If you don't know some of these things, you can ask me. So just go next. Just go next. Just go next. Just go next. Confirmation. That's just a certification about getting every permit within 30 days and things like that. Attachments. So this is where the important elements I mentioned are going to be attached. And typically cities will give you a template for some of the items that they need. For instance, they need a copy of the CSL. In this case, CSL will be or stand for the architect's license for us. So we're gonna get that from our path. So I copy that path right here, paste it right here, and then CSL license will be my architect's license. And then workers' compensation is the one we already have, but we're gonna edit it. That's why I mentioned that we need to have access to Adobe. So this workers' compensation is gonna be edited. You just go to edit here and say edit text.
Well, I'm telling you that I won't be able to do that.
You're just gonna change the address.
For this week.
So it's gonna be 76 Chadwick.
So yeah.
And here you're gonna put Haverhill.
Or you will have to
Harbor Hill.
won't be able to.
Okay. Of course, this date needs to change because that's not expired. It's gonna be 2024. And this right here is gonna have to change to today's date, 10/2/2023. That's it. Pretty much all of this is the same.
already have my day already.
Right, so you just close it. That should be all set.
That's the issue.
I always copy the path and use the path, and then we upload that workers' compensation right here. Okay, workers' compensation, all set. Owner's authorization to perform work. It's gonna be basically like a letter. This affidavit is required if the property is not owner occupied, so we gotta do that. But we're gonna get real quick the HIC while we're at it, which we have. And then there's a contract that we need to do. So what I'm gonna do, simple. I already have a contract, and for this you're gonna need Word document, but I have already a contract. Honestly, it's not even it's signed by the owner, but I'm not gonna cheat around that. I'm just gonna make a PDF out of it. Right? I'm gonna save the PDF, send it to the owner, and the owner's gonna have to sign it.
Okay, so maybe the only thing that.
Oh, one thing. Remember that it's not 8,000; it's gonna be 10,000. So we gotta fix that.
I have to.
So I'm just gonna close it and do it again because we gotta fix that. 10,000.
All right.
By the way, this is a standard contract I do for everything. So you just have to change what you're doing, who you're doing it for, the total, and that's it.
So,
Of course, the name here. Right? So every project, whenever we're gonna do a permit, you have to edit that and change it. Again, I find this pretty straightforward stuff, but you tell me. I don't know. It might not be that easy. So contract, replace it. I'm gonna send this to Steve, even though it's Peter's project, because I know Peter is very busy, so he's not gonna sign it. But if Steve signs it, he's authorized to do that. All right, so we're gonna do that. Send it here. I always CC Marcos, but I'm not CCing him for this. This is just a permit application, so I'm not making him that. So that's that. And here you go. So you just put that in there for signing. Let me know if I went too fast, but it allows you to sign, send, and all set. Oops, I closed the application. I shouldn't have done that. So let me just leave it open just in case. Right? So that's that. In the meantime, I'm gonna upload it without signature. And if we get a signature later, we'll get it. Okay?
Let's see how it goes.
Owner's authorization to perform the work, licensed contractor. I mean, it could be just a letter that you write, similar to this, and just write owner's authorization. And literally, like, it's something like this, like I blah blah, you know, period. So there it is, owner of 76 Chadwick Street, here on or hereby, something like that, hereby authorize Darwin Fortuna of Low Design to perform the work above mentioned, and just save it as so that you don't replace the other one. Okay, and then call